Donald Trump never needed a dramatic television showdown for this debate to shift against him. The historical record had already placed Barron Trump and Barack Obama on the same side of one fundamental principle. Children should never be turned into political ammunition in conflicts between adults.
Well, Donald Trump is a small business. And I know Donald Trump doesn't like to think of himself as small anything, but
the Obama administration, from the time they've come in, is over 230 years worth of debt. And he's topped it. He's doubled it in a course of almost 8 years, 7.5 years to be semi-exact. So I will tell you that.
When I walked into the Oval Office.
Don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do, yeah?
Do you think that your Deputy Attorney General, as your former attorney, would be conducting the interview, given...
No, I have no concern. The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up all the way
I mean, of the taxes Donald Trump pays, he may be sending more to foreign governments than he pays in the United States. His first year in the White House, he only paid $750 in federal income tax. Listen, my first job was at a Baskin-Robbins. Our sights were set a little too high. But that's what we did.
And a little note, it's not so easy up there to do what I did, right?
One thing is for certain, Donald Trump is not losing sleep over that question. Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems.
Obama should have done it. Obama was worse. Obama gave them the absolute right title and interest, gave everything to Iran. You remember that? When Bibi Netanyahu came over and begged him not to do it.
The fact is the economy working better for you? Because it sure has gotten better for Trump and his family. Since he's been in office, the whole crypto business and other ventures have made hundreds of millions of dollars. You've got a candidate who sponsored a bill that I supported to finally solve the immigration problem, and he's running away from it as fast as he can. They're all denying climate change. I think that's troubling to the international community.
In January 2017, 10-year-old Barron Trump became the subject of online ridicule after appearing at his father's presidential inauguration. Trump later denounced one particularly controversial remark, calling attacks on his young son shameful and unacceptable. The White House also urged both the media and the public to honor the long-standing tradition of allowing presidential children to grow up outside the harsh glare of political conflict. That request was entirely justified. Protecting children matters because they do not choose to run for office, shape the political controversies surrounding their parents, or possess the ability to respond to national debates. Barron had not written legislation, delivered campaign speeches, or influenced the issues connected to his father's presidency. Directing political anger toward a child crossed a line that Americans from across the political spectrum quickly recognized and rejected. Yet using that episode as evidence against Barack Obama overlooked a critical fact that had been publicly established years earlier. During the 2008 presidential campaign, Obama was asked to comment on the pregnancy of the teenage daughter of Republican vice presidential nominee Sarah Palin. He refused to make a political issue out of the family's private situation. Instead, Obama made it clear that political families deserved respect and that their children should remain completely off-limits. He went even further by warning that anyone associated with his campaign who engaged in personal attacks against candidates' children would be removed from the team. His position was not intended to protect a political ally. It defended the child of an opponent. That distinction fundamentally changed the comparison. Trump had every reason to condemn the hurtful comments directed at Barron, and those criticisms unquestionably deserved to be called out. What he could not fairly claim, however, was that Barack Obama had encouraged or normalized such conduct. Obama's publicly stated standard had rejected those tactics long before Trump entered presidential politics. The contrast became even more evident when considering the experiences of Malia and Sasha Obama. Throughout their years in the White House, they also endured criticism over their clothing, facial expressions, travel, and ordinary moments of teenage life. Time and again, the Obama administration asked news organizations to respect their daughters' privacy whenever no legitimate public interest existed. Although the families were different, the underlying principle never changed. For many older viewers in the United States, Canada, and Britain, that principle recalls an earlier era of politics. Presidents often faced relentless criticism, but their young children were generally regarded as private citizens rather than stand-ins for political attacks. While that standard was not followed perfectly in every case, it remained an important boundary worth preserving. Barron's experience should reinforce that tradition, not become a reason to abandon it.